superstitions, having a good trim and good hairstyle. It always puts me in a good I can't be looking the roughest out there, so I gotta have my hair done or at least a haircut. What drew me was the sprinting. I'd say back in primary school, Cork City Sports was held every year in throughout May, and I kept winning them, and someone recognised that. So I was more developed than everyone else when I was a lot smaller, so I took advantage of that, and then got into the sport because of a teacher I've had for a couple of years in primary school, and he just said come along to a few sessions, so I did, and I just stuck to it then after. And then got into the whole long jumping thing after the multis, kind of testing out what events I kind of work with the best, and the long jump stuck with me and the height. I'd say, was it 9, I'd say, I got into the whole athletics. I was doing basketball before then with Father Matthews. I was kind of team hopping at the time, so I was kind of not, kind of a traitor to most. So I was with Father Matthews, Blue Demons and Neptune. And just the team sports didn't really click with me as much because I like seeing my own progression, and we weren't getting too far with the team, so I just dropped all that and stuck to athletics. I'd say when I got back into the sport in 2021, the next goal in mind was the Worlds in under 20 in Colombia, and we were just training throughout all that. I didn't know whether I was going to get there, and then I bumped into my own coach, Liz, through one of the guys in the club put me onto her, so I stuck with her ever since, and she goes everywhere with me. And it was after that and the whole experience out in Colombia, just it was breathtaking, and the whole atmosphere was really good, so I wanted to recreate those moments again, and seeing the world and the sport is kind of doing that for me right now, and yeah, really happy, and so I'm going to make the most of it. At the start of the week, it's kind of a strength side of the week. So the Monday would be a gym session, the Wednesday would be a gym session, and we'd have like track sessions, but they'd be very light. So like it'd be run throughs, or depending on the mood and the other athletes as well, things could change. But it'd be mainly like gym and run throughs, and then towards the end of the week, it'd be jumps, and that's where we practice our technique and endurance as well. So there's a lot to it. Before a jump, I always think of where I want to be when I'm in the air. So I want to be as stretched out as possible. I want to stay in the air as long as possible. And as if I have that in my head, and if I have my own coach there telling me, you've done the training and all the hot stuff, and it's just you perform the jump because correctly, I would vision myself in the air, and I vision not so much the distance, but where I want to be when I'm coming into the sun, where I'm landing, having my feet as stretched out as far as possible. Still, when I'm coming through, my arms are coming through with me, keeping an upright posture, and not to look down. A medal around my neck. I envision the whole atmosphere, the competition, everyone cheering. I mean, like there doesn't need to be a whole lot of people there, but always at the back of my head, there's people there kind of cheering me on, and at the start of the end, all throughout the competition period. And I've had a lot of trouble growing up with pains in my back and my knees and shins, just because I was growing so quickly. And right now it's kind of settled down, so I feel like the height, you're able to put more muscle on. I know in my head, it's just more muscle onto the body, and I'll be able to get down to the track quicker because my stride length is a lot bigger than everyone else's, and just able to stretch out more when you're my size, I guess. I never really thought of it. Current record today is 797, and I got that last year in Padova in Italy. Before that competition, then there was national outdoors. I jumped 796, so it was a centimeter increase my PB in a space of a week, so I was pretty happy with that. Every centimeter counts. I was recently outdoor champion last year, recent enough, and indoor champion last year as well. So yeah, it's great. It's great to be Ireland's best in both the outdoor and indoor. I don't really think of anything. I just think of the training I've already done, and my coach is always there to kind of, if I'm doing anything wrong, she's always there to like fix things and like good positive things into my head, and that's what really all I need on the day. I don't think of anything much other than kind of, it's all muscle memory almost. What you've done in training is gonna replicate itself out in the track. I can't train if I don't sleep, and I can't train when I don't eat. Way better than I was last year, because I used to cramp a lot in competitions. So I got salts and those hydration tablets. So I'm after upping on the water hydration this year, and the cramps have calmed down. The sleep is vital for me. I just gotta sleep as any other human does, and I eat quite good enough, so the nutrition is there, but I didn't really need it to start in the first place. So I have a nutrition coach above in Sports Ireland, David Tobin, and he looks after all kind of what I eat, keeps count of what I eat, how I sleep, am I getting the right sleep in. I have a physio above in Glanmire, Kaizen Physiotherapy. He does all the physio work, and I have an S&C coach here. He comes here, Kevin Tatton. He's pro fit soccer. He deals with all the soccer lads, but he's after recently coming in with the athletics, and I've been working for a while now. So yeah, things are looking right. Last year, or 2022 in Colombia, just the whole stadium, the whole vibe. I didn't really think I'd get there to begin with, and I did. And just, yeah, being out there with the team, even the team is amazed, and that memory is always going to be at the back of my head. I was world under 20 finalist, so that was a big thing at the time as well. And I remember I got called up on the Late Show then because of it, and I was pretty gassed about that. I was on TV nationwide, and yeah, it's great. What would I say to them is always show up, I'd say, for training, no matter how drowning the training is. Just show up. You never know what you can make out of it, and always kind of stay positive. Don't think of the negatives too much, because negativity won't take you anywhere. And just enjoy what you're doing as well. How do I overcome negative thoughts? Good question. I'm not really a negative guy. Like, I'm always positive. I'm always like kind of horizontal at times. Negatives, I just don't deal with it at all, I don't think. So the main thing for me when I'm thinking of coming up in the runway is kind of having everything where they're supposed to be. Arms moving, the arms pump the legs will do most of the work, but the arms direct everything. Keeping upright, not to be in a kind of sit down position, and coming up to the board is having a good takeoff, good penultimate takeoff. So the last step for landing or before taking off from the board has to be snappy, and once that is all right, just got to think about how you're going to land, which is kind of the main thing I'm working on right now, because I do tend to look down a lot, and it does kind of mess with my jump. It's taking a lot out of my jump, so that's something I'm working on towards right now. I always think of, like, when I'm in the air, I always think of like kind of going up an escalator, or just kind of free flowing in the air, just trying to stay out there as long as possible. And when I'm coming up to the board, I don't really take count of my strides. I just kind of know where I am at the right time. So I just work off from that then. Yeah, before I used to look down on the board and I didn't know where I was going to be taking off. I used to break a lot because of it, but now it's just kind of, I know where I am coming up to the board, and I just take off from there. I think it's vital, because you got to stay on top of kind of the new muscle you're kind of working with. You got to strengthen yourself to hold yourself in the right positions. So like when you're in the air, your core is a big part. of what you do, and having a good core means that you can stay up as long as possible. Having strong everything, all your body parts seem to be equal. For a long jumper, I wouldn't say building on too much muscle is a good idea, because it's just extra weight then you're carrying through the air and coming up to the board. So it's kind of like taper training. In my strength and conditioning, so one of them would be they're all on the box stuff. So we'd have a box out in front, we'd have a barbell, Olympic bar, on our back, with a bit of weight on it. And what we're trying to do is kind of replicate what we do in the air. So we'd run up to the box, and like I said, when you're coming up to the board, it has to be your quickest steps. So we're trying to quicken the steps from one box onto another, and you finish off in the upright position. So that's one. Another one would be hamstring holds, or glute bridges with the bar on your hips. Put a bit of weight on that, would hold that then towards the end. And the last one I can think of is push-ups or pull-ups. Yeah, upper body's key as well. Can't neglect anything, pretty much. So either going on the bike, for instance, some active recovery, or go for a swim or go for a walk, just not to stay in one spot the whole day. And if I'm feeling really, really down, I might have to go to the physio. Like if anything is a worry, like I don't know, when he could be at me in my hamstring, I could be feeling, I go to the physio and just kind of talk things through with him, and he'll see what he can do. And those are the main things, I suppose, and eating right and sleeping well. My rest days would be kind of the active recovery days, Sundays off as well. So the active recovery days would be Tuesday and Friday. I like football. PlayStation, love the games. What else? Socializing. I like going out with my friends, and I like hanging out with the family as well. So, yeah.
What kind of football?
Soccer. Yeah. I follow Crystal Palace. What do I enjoy most? I enjoy looking back after a big jump and seeing the distance. I love that. I love the crowds. I love the atmosphere at times. I love just the cheers you get. That all is a big part of why I'm still here today. And of course, my coach. I wouldn't be anywhere without her. I'd say I'd be pretty confident, yeah. For me, I have to have a good grasp on things, and the confidence, alright, does help. I don't know where I get it from. Probably my mom. She's a pretty confident woman, and she's pretty proud of what she does, and I'd say I must have taken it off her. So yeah, no, just gotta take life head on, and the only way to do that is kind of know where you are in it. And yeah, how do I handle nerves? Like I said, like repetition. You know you could do it, so just go out there and do it. Nerves only kicks in when, I'd say, like, I missed the first couple of jumps. I have to really focus in on the third jump. So an example now, I would have failed all my 2 jumps out in team championships out in Poland. It's a team event, so my contribution helps for the points, because we were in a low division at the time, and we were trying to bump up to elite or division 2, and I remember I couldn't get any points on the board, and I was really saddened because of it. I know I said I wasn't really a team guy, but at the time, you're kind of pulled into all of that, and it was new to me at the time as well, and I was very upset that I couldn't put points on the board for my team. But that's all a learning curve, and you just got to learn from it. I mean, like, the work I put into the Worlds, I wasn't running right, I didn't take training serious at the time. And then I met Liz, and then she kind of got things going again, and I made it to the Worlds. And with the training I have right now, I have good running form, I have good foundation. So I feel like if I just improve on that, I can get to wherever I put my mind to, pretty much. Not like she's pretty much a coach of everything. She's like a secretary to me. She's a mom to me. She's mainly a mom. Yeah, she's very good. Don't know where I'd be without her, to be honest. What got me into the sport was Usain Bolt. I'd say for anyone in athletics, Usain Bolt's kind of a prime example of why they're in the sport. but I do look up to Mike Powell, the world record holder for the long jump. Even after he jumped the 895 he did, which is crazy. Like only a few people have even gotten close to it. But even after the jump, just the smile afterwards, just, I don't know, I teared up a bit, you know, just seeing him happy just made me happy, and that happened a long time ago. It's just, yeah, it's funny.